also Hirschbach pays for your transportation costs to get here.
Correct.
How did you get here? Did you drive? Did you?
I actually flew. Ended up taking a flight the next day, and you know I paid out my own pocket, but they reimbursed me.
They reimbursed you, so they basically paid for the ticket for you to fly here.
Correct. Correct.
Wow, that's awesome, man. Greetings, I hope you're doing great wherever you are, whenever you are watching this video. So, I got a student here with me today, also someone who came to Hirschbach from my channel. Yep. He used me as a referral and now I am his trainer. So, I want to ask you some questions. Jeremy?
How you doing, guys?
I want to ask you some questions so you can give a feedback to the viewers and subscribers. Subscribe, by the way, if you haven't yet. We're almost at 600. Okay, so the first one I want to ask you, Jeremy, is they want to get right away to the money all the time.
Yeah.
So there's two phases of the training. There's one where you're in the classroom for 4 weeks, then you get your CDL, and then there's one where you're out with a trainer for 4 weeks or 200 hours, and then you get your own truck.
Correct.
How much do you get paid while you're in training for the 4 weeks in the classroom?
So for the 4 weeks in the classroom, we got paid $435 each week. As soon as you get there that first week, you'll get your first paycheck. They instruct you to either come with a check from your bank so you can set up the direct deposit, or if you don't want to do that, they'll give you a card, the Calm Data card.
Yep.
And they'll put the money on it that way.
Oh, nice, nice. So you get 400 something while you're in training before you get the CDL.
Right. And
then when you get on the trainer's truck, you get paid also, which is?
It's about $625. This is all before tax, of course. So $625 a week when you are on a trainer's truck.
Okay. So that's the money there for you. So you're getting paid while you're getting your CDL before you even get your CDL. You get paid while you're in training after you get your CDL. And then when you get your own truck, you start to get paid. Whether you're on a dedicated account or you're on an over-the-road account, you get paid for that accordingly.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
And then in training, before you get the CDL, what was that experience like? What was some of the things you had to do?
So it's a 4-week training. The first week we're in a classroom. They're giving us the basics. The first couple of days you do like some paperwork stuff. Make sure you bring your med card, your DOT physical med card, your license. Don't forget any of that stuff because it's very important. And you also have to complete like a little course over the 4 weeks, which you would start in the classroom on week 1.
Is that the clearinghouse?
Yeah, that's part of it. Okay. Yep. In the Luma. It's like a little
Luna. Yes. Yes.
So that's the first week, and then the rest of the weeks you're on the range practicing your backing. They'll take you out for some drives and basically just get you ready for the test.
Nice. How was the backing?
The backing, it was very difficult when I first started because, you know, if you don't have any experience with trucks, right, you're coming from using a regular 4-wheel car. Right. You have a rear view mirror. You don't have a trailer attached, so it's a huge learning curve. But the trainers here, they're very patient. You know, once they see that you're really willing to learn,
they'll work with you.
They'll encourage you. They'll instruct you to do the right thing. So, you know, it got easier.
Were you nervous when you test out for your CDL?
I was extremely nervous. And to be fully transparent, I failed on the 90 the first time. Okay. So, everybody was so surprised because I was doing so well on the range. Right. But I got to the test and, you know, I messed up. That's
the thing with tests sometimes, you know. Sometimes you get so anxious, you think, but you have to remember, they don't want you to fail. Right. So you have to trust yourself and just relax, take a few deep breaths, and you'll knock it out of the park. I think all of us have a story when we're trying to get our CDL. Yeah. Failing the first time, some people get it just like that on the first shot. Sure. So if you're out there and you fail the first time, or before you even do it, you're getting nervous, just trust yourself. You know what I mean? Stick to your gun, stick to what you learn, and you'll be fine. You'll be all right.
And also, if I could say, like, you know, I was doing well on the range and I failed. Some people were doing worse than me,
right? And
they went and passed. So, you know,
a quick question before that. So, Hirschbach pay for your lodging?
Correct.
They pay for your meals while you're here?
Correct. You get 2 vouchers. You get breakfast at the hotel.
Okay.
You have lunch at the office.
Okay.
And then they give you a voucher, $15, to go get a dinner.
Nice.
Which is more than enough over here.
And you're getting paid while you're training. So that, I think that's a nice setup.
Right.
So just in case you have any bills back home, you could save that money to take care of that.
Yeah.
Or if you don't have any bills, hey, that's 400 something to put in your pocket while you're in training before you even get your CDL or get on your trainer's truck. You don't have to worry about lodging. You don't have to worry about food. Also, Hirschbach pays for your transportation costs to get here.
Correct.
How did you get here? Did you drive? Did you?
I actually flew, but they usually you can drive your own vehicle if you like.
Hold on. Yeah. You flew here.
Right.
So who paid for that ticket?
So, just to break the story down real quick, they originally gave me a Greyhound ticket.
Okay.
But I'm coming from Brooklyn, New York, so the Greyhound situation wasn't very very good.
I don't like those Greyhounds sometimes.
I end up taking a flight the next day, and you know, I paid out my own pocket, but they reimbursed me.
They reimbursed you, so they basically paid for the ticket for you to fly here.
Correct.
Wow, that's awesome, man.
I'm not saying we should recommend, because I don't know what they want us to do, but it's possible.
I think personally there's different setups, different situations.
Right.
I had gotten a rental car, and whatever fuel I put in that rental car, they reimbursed me for the fuel. They also paid for the rental car, so they'll take care of your expense
for sure
to get here. Now, getting on the trainer truck, which I'm the trainer, I always tell people you don't need to bring too much luggage. What would you say are the necessities for a trainee or a student? I don't like to call them student, but a trainee or a co-driver to bring on the truck when coming out.
So once you get a trainer, you want to pack, I want to say, about 2 weeks of clothing. Okay. Bring a bunch of underwear, socks. Bring clothes for the weather. So right now it's a little warmer, so I have some shorts, sneakers. Bring some closed-toe shoes because I was driving. Michelle told me I couldn't drive in my open sand, slides. So
you gotta have closed-toe.
Yeah,
and you could get some Crocs.
Yeah.
You could get some Crocs. That's what I recommend, because what you try to do, there's 2 people in a truck. You want to eliminate odors. So I have 1 bag for my clean clothes. I have 1 bag for the clothes that I already wore. Shoes wise, the Crocs will help, because if you're driving in your shoes, let's say 10 hours, 11 hours a day,
it's gonna hurt, man.
Your feet gonna hurt, your feet get sweaty. 2 people in the truck can make it a little bit uncomfortable. So another thing I would say, bring some laundry soap, some dryer sheets. You can do your laundry at the truck stop. If we're coming through the East Dubuque terminal or any of the other Hirschbach terminals, you could do laundry there. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So you don't necessarily need to bring 4 weeks of clothes because you're going to be out for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
It's a small space. I usually make room in the fridge for my students, my trainees, so they have some place to put some food. And I also make room in the truck, give them a few compartments so that they can get some snacks, their water, stuff like that, fruits. You know, I try to make the process comfortable for the trainee too. So it's good to hear from a trainee's perspective. He's going to be upgrading pretty soon here next Monday. So he's got this. He's knocking it out of the park. We ain't playing around. We've been doing the miles. You've been very good on the backing. You've been very good on the driving. The Geo-Tab. I'm going to make a video on the Geo-Tab soon. But that's where a lot of students, I notice, have a lot of problems. It takes a little bit to get used to it. You know what I mean? So, man, what else should I say? What would you say to someone who is coming to Hirschbach or in the trucking industry, what would you say about the training aspect of it that they should expect that is a bit different?
What should you expect? Just expect to work honestly. I came in with a mindset. I knew what I came here for. I needed the CDL. I wanted a job. You know, they put you up in a nice hotel. You can have your little fun. They have a pool and everything, but just keep your mind focused. Study your pre-trip, because you know the pre-trip is the first part of your CDL exam. So if you can't get past that part, you don't even get in the truck, honestly. So just use the time wisely.
Right.
You know, it's a good experience. I had a great experience. I'm still friends with the guys from my training class. Okay. I just saw a couple yesterday. So, you know, you can build a bond with people if you want to end up teaming with somebody. That's the place to meet somebody that you want to team with if they're from the same geographic location. And, you know, just come focused.
There you go.
Yeah.
Man, I want to say thank you, Jeremy. I would just add to that, trucking, it's a career change. It's a lifestyle change. Sometimes you got to be prepared when you go to a shipper or a receiver to wait. Sometimes it might be boom, boom, you're in, you're out. Things change in trucking. Right now, we're supposed to pick up a load this morning and go. That load got canceled. We're going to be here. We used the opportunity to shoot this video. But things change in trucking. There's not such thing as rushing. Take your time, take a deep breath, and you have no excuse. Go out there, get your CDL. As I always say, hope you're doing great wherever you are, whenever you are watching this video. Thanks, Jeremy.